lose no time on the opening because tonight's football matches are splendid. Later, from the third division, we'll see the leaders clash, Bradford City and Gillingham, and from the top of the Cannon League, a First Division League match as exciting as any as I've seen this season. It's between Manchester United and Everton. 51,000 frenzied spectators at Old Trafford, and commentator John Motson.
An all-ticket crowd at Old Trafford, and even a stadium as palatial as this can't hold all the people who wanted to see this match. The capacity is limited to just over 51,000, but the two clubs estimate that between them they could have sold a further 20,000 tickets, which just underlines that this, in the widest sense, is the match of the day. And with two more full houses expected for cup matches next week, what a time for Manchester United to accumulate their worst injury list of the season. Robson, Moses, Moran, Stapleton and Muren all ruled out. But Paul McGrath, past fit this morning, plays alongside Hogg at the back. Duxbury and Whiteside continue in midfield, where they did well at Highbury last week. And there's a recall up front for Alan Brazil, who hasn't been a regular in the team since United were beaten twice in 4 days by Everton at the end of October. Also back out of the shadows, Everton's Terry Curran, who starts a match for only the 5th time this season. In the absence of Heath and Sharp, he'll be up front as partner to Andy Gray. Trevor Steven takes up his normal role and Alan Harper drops to substitute. First time that Norman Wilson from Morecambe has refereed a match at Old Trafford. And the crowd sense this is a colossal match in Championship terms. If Manchester United win it, they go within 4 points of Everton. But if they lose it, they'll be 10 behind, having played a game more. Ron Atkinson appears to have gambled a bit with an attacking midfield. Alan Brazil brought back to partner Hughes up front. United have got to go for the win. Hughes, Strachan again. Reid. Sheedy. Trevor Steven. Vanden Hauwe. Vanden Hauwe, the left back, being watched by the Belgian manager today. This is Duxbury. Hughes with the header, then Ratcliffe. Bracewell. Gray coming into the back of Whiteside. This is Graham Hogg. Brazil. Did well. Hughes. Olsen takes on Stevens. Penalty! Jesper Olsen impeded by Gary Stevens. A penalty after 3 minutes. Manchester United have now been awarded 15 penalties this season. And Gordon Strachan, who has scored from 9, but has missed 4 of his last 5, is going to put the ball on the spot. Penalty. Southall takes credit, but it was a dreadful kick really by Strachan. He never looked confident, he never got any power into it, and Southall made what by his standards was a comfortable save going to his left. Gary Stevens must be relieved. And I just wonder how much Strachan really wanted to take that penalty. I spoke to him before the game about them and he wasn't sure that he would take them today. He said it depended on him how the game stood. It came so early. Back to the other, Gidman to Albiston. Olsen, Duxbury, Strachan, Duxbury again, Hughes, and now Gidman. Oh, and Hughes, good save by Southall and cleared by Stevens and Mountfield. Hughes stretched his foot out, Southall did brilliantly. Stevens was on hand too. Corner to Manchester United. Southall has been in splendid form this season, and those instinctive saves, such as the one we've just seen and the ones he made at Leicester last week, are one very good reason why Everton are top of the First Division. McGrath. Bracewell. Olsen. Oh. It was Kevin Ratcliffe who he collided with. Olsen did well there. Brazil's in the centre. Whiteside. So near to the first goal. And all because Jesper Olsen, who's having a lively first half here, saw his chance away on the left to get the cross in. Whiteside met it with his head coming from deep, and it drifted wide of the far post. Trevor Steven just caught a bit there, having his second big game in a matter of 4 days. And Olsen's in again. Southall inspired again. His own kick caused that situation, I have to say. McGrath. Whiteside and Reid, that's getting a bit nasty. There's a bit going on in there between Reid and Whiteside. Sheedy. Oh, good turn by Curran. He threw McGrath. Gray's coming in from the far side, and McGrath brings Curran down. The supply line was Sheedy. Mountfield, no, and off the legs of the defender, Graham Hogg, for a corner. Here's Stevens. Awkward. Gray's coming in and Bailey had to touch it. A threatening spell here by Everton. Oh, and Reid! And scrambled away. Augustin was on the line. Bracewell and Whiteside away. Peter Reid stooping at the far post, and it was a good job the cover was there. Olsen, Augustin. Sheedy looking for Curran. Gray was impeded. Well, Sheedy's last free kick from this position almost got Mountfield in, and he's up there again. Gray's made the first run. Oh, mistake by Strachan, chance to make up for it perhaps, which he did. Oh, he did it brilliantly. Olsen is through. Brazil in the middle. Brazil, surely. No, away by Stevens. Alan Brazil denied. Strachan with the pass-through that put Jesper Olsen on his way. Some players would have gone themselves for goal. Olsen was aware of where Brazil was. He crossed it, and Gary Stevens won a vital personal duel with Brazil and prevented Manchester United from taking the lead. Good defending by the lad called up this week into the England squad. Reed on right side, and another angry exchange between the two, and it was going to have to happen sooner or later. There was going to be a flashpoint between those two players. Peter Reed is going to be booked. Two highly competitive, highly charged midfield players who don't pull out of anything, and Peter Reed is cautioned. Hogg with the kick. Sheedy. Brazil's trying to cut off the back pass. McGrath. And now Brazil. Onside, good turn. Brilliant. Olsen, deflection, goal! Jesper Olsen for Manchester United. Set up brilliantly by Alan Brazil. The shot deflected off the defender. It may have been Gary Stevens and flew past Southall, who could do nothing about it. "37 minutes gone, Manchester United 1, Everton 0. And right that Olsen should claim the goal. He's been their best forward. Sheedy for Everton. Trevor Steven. And listen now to the Old Trafford crowd. Stevens. Olsen took it from him, found Hughes. And it needs the through ball here. Arnold Mirren had been playing then. We could have seen Olsen put clean through. Here's Sheedy. Curran. Good play, Trevor Steven. Dangerous, Curran again. Past McGrath. And Whiteside glad to get the ball away anywhere. The central defenders were all over the place. Something's been thrown. Trevor Steven. Flicked on, Mountfield was in there, and there's the equaliser. Derek Mountfield. 3 minutes before half-time. Steven took the corner, flicked on at the near post, and Mountfield, what a useful player he's been for Everton this season on set plays. It's his 8th goal, and he's equalised just 5 minutes after Manchester United took the lead. The Everton supporters have got something to shout about now. Defence was caught a bit flat-footed, but Mountfield always dangerous coming in on the second header. A turbocharged first half between two of the best models in the First Division showroom. Jesper Olsen scored his first goal since October. What a long wait for him, and when it came, it put Manchester United ahead. But the equaliser from Derek Mountfield makes the half-time score between these championship rivals 1 each. Everton on a run of 9 consecutive wins prior to this match, hoping to equal their sequence of 10 earlier in the season, which is a post-war club record. Curran with Albiston forces a corner early in the second half. Curran, who flicked on at the near post, the corner from which Mountfield equalised, now goes again to that position, to be joined there by Van den Hauwe in a moment. And he's there again. Whiteside's header. Good turn by Brazil. Into the path of Jesper Olsen. Hughes away to the right. 3 coming the other way. And Olsen's overrun the ball. Offside against Gray it would have been. Referees played an advantage. Just lost possession there when it mattered. Foul. Hogg on Gray. Oh, Gray's unmarked! Hogg and McGrath standing there looking at each other and not looking at Andy Gray, who surely feels he should have scored. They were just undecided, it appeared, in the defence, who should have been picking him up, and Gray had a free header, and Manchester United lucky not to go behind. Reed, Curran, Gray. Oh, that's a good ball. Sheedy. That's not bad either. Gray again, and here's Curran. What a brilliant move by Everton. Curran felt he was impeded at the last and claims he should have had a penalty. Sweeping move by Everton. That was championship-type football. Gray right out to Sheedy, a lovely ball back in. Gray with the touch again, and Curran felt he was blocked. Curran and McGrath this time. Curran's making a right nuisance of himself against those centre-backs. Again, the man who won the ball was Peter Reid, and he won it against 3 Manchester United players. Real determination. Curran. And Bailey's trying to get Olsen away every time. Foul by Gary Stevens. Well, there are those who feel Olsen's a shade lightweight for the English game, but he's produced some good moments today. And he's up on his feet again here now. Duxbury. Kidman. Whiteside's waiting for this with the header. And it's Olsen again. Brilliant turn, deflection, and away by Southall and then Mountfield. But the Stretford end must have thought that Jesper Olsen was going to put Manchester United in front for the second time in this game. He paused, he made room for the shot, he drove it well, but even with a possible deflection, the burly figure of Neville Southall defied United again. Olsen, Brazil to his right, and he's still going. Southall has come out again with a header. Strachan, foul by Mountfield. The goalkeeper behind this defence really has had a tremendous year. Every time Manchester United look like taking the lead, he seems to be there. Whiteside. Olsen. Brazil's in a good position on the far side, and Olsen saw him. Brazil hit the bar, and away by Mountfield. And Everton can break at the other end with Sheedy. How unlucky can you get? Hughes. Whiteside arriving. Olsen. Now Hogg. Ground still buzzing after that last incident. But here's Gidman. Strachan. Tackled by Bracewell. And Hogg gets there first. Manchester United beginning to put their game together as we enter the last quarter of an hour. Whiteside. Duxbury. Hughes tried to turn Van den Hauwe. Well, Jesper Olsen saw Alan Brazil stealing half a yard on his marker on the far side, and it was the perfect pass. Brazil not at his best on his right foot, but he hit it well, beat the goalkeeper, and it crashed back off the crossbar. Everton have had a habit of scoring late in matches this season. Andy Gray. Stephen is there. Penalty. Arthur Albiston on Trevor Stephen, pushing. Just under 8 minutes to go, and Manchester United's captain penalised for holding or pushing Trevor Stephen, and Everton have a penalty. How's the championship gone from Manchester United's vision? Kevin Sheedy to take it. Oh, good save by Bailey. The second penalty save of the match. It's a corner. That was a much better stop than Southall's. It had to be. It was a better shot. Stevens. Stephen. Corner again. Gary Bailey keeps Manchester United's hopes alive. And he had to fist it away a little bit. Bracewell. Mountfield. Stephen. Bracewell again. Gidman. Bracewell. Well, you don't often see a penalty missed by both teams in a top First Division match, but Gary Bailey certainly takes some credit for deciding which side Kevin Sheedy was going to put his kick. He guessed right, and he's kept Manchester United in it. Howard Kendall may have seen 2 extra points disappear there with that penalty. United looking for the storming finish. Olsen. McGrath with the header. Here's Bracewell. Van den Hauwe with the throw. Strachan, Duxbury. Oh, Strachan was presumably fouled as he went for the return by Van den Hauwe there. Will be remembered for 2 goals and also for 2 penalty saves. The points are shared, partly down to Neville Southall, who made a number of good stops, but his penalty save superseded by the one from Gary Bailey, which prevented Everton from reaching their 10th consecutive victory. As it is, the match played in a mood of healthy belligerence means that Manchester United are still 7 points behind Everton in the championship race.
And no doubt at all that both United and Everton supporters will have their own views on a number of controversial happenings in that match. There was so much excitement, I'm going to keep out of it, but with you, take the chance to look once again at the most dramatic moments in that sensational game. 3 minutes of live theatre, beginning with the 2 goals.
McGrath, and now Brazil. Onside, good turn, brilliant. Olsen, deflection, goal! Flicked on, Mountfield was in there, and there's the equaliser. Derek Mountfield. Duxbury. Gidman. Whiteside's waiting for this with the header, and it's Olsen again. Brilliant turn, deflection, and away by Southall and then Mountfield. Olsen, Brazil to his right, and he's still going. Southall has come out again with a header. Whiteside, Olsen, Brazil's in a good position on the far side, and Olsen saw him. Brazil hit the bar, and away by Mountfield. And now Gidman. Oh, and Hughes, good save by Southall and cleared by Stevens and Mountfield. Olsen did well there, Brazil's in the centre. Whiteside. Oh, Gray's unmarked. Oh, mistake by Strachan, chance to make up for it perhaps, which he did. Oh, he did it brilliantly. Olsen is through. Brazil in the middle. Brazil, surely. No, away by Stevens.
And if all that wasn't enough, 2 penalties were given and saved.
Brazil did well. Hughes. Olsen takes on Stevens. Penalty! Jesper Olsen impeded by Gary Stevens. A penalty after 3 minutes. Oh, a poor penalty. Southall takes credit, but it was a dreadful kick, really, by Strachan. Stephen is there. Penalty. Arthur Albiston on Trevor Stephen, pushing. Oh, good save by Bailey. The second penalty save of the match.
Well, the 3 of us enjoyed that game this afternoon and thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. David, what about those penalties in the game?
Well, I thought the game was tremendous, obviously. A classic English league match, and I think it was made all the better because right to the end, both sides were trying to win it, and you couldn't look away from the screen for a second, could you? But there's an interesting story about that United penalty tonight, because Gordon Strachan apparently wasn't supposed to take it. He's now missed 5 out of 6, and after he missed the one against Blackburn in the Cup, they gave the job to Jesper Olsen. And Jesper went down with a foul for this penalty. He was a bit shaken by it, didn't fancy it, so Gordon took it, missed again. But I don't reckon he's going to get the job the next time out somehow.
Becoming a season of missed penalties, isn't
That's
it, one
right,
way or
it
another?
is, yeah.
Brendan, what did you think?
Actually, I like Neville Southall coming out and heading the ball when he got outside the box, because I didn't know goalkeepers could do that.
Like you, Brendan, he's learning to use the head to advantage.
I'll tell you what though, Jimmy, if the Football League ever wanted to do an advert for soccer, that last 3 minutes there that we've just seen in the edit, it was perfect, you know, available every Saturday in England. I mean, that was a good advert for the game.
And you like Trevor Stephen?
I thought Trevor Stephen had a great game. He was doing everything right, and the other night, you know, he made his debut for England. I think he'd be much happier after his performance today.
Nice to see the lad on top of the world at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed the accuracy of both sides passing, especially considering the speed at which the game was played. But I would like particularly to pay tribute to referee Norman Wilson for doing the job more like it used to be done and allowing the game to have life.
She's the pride of Paris. But she was supposed to be torn down until she became a radio mast, then a TV antenna. And now, millions of people climb to the top and pay for the privilege. Wouldn't you like to find new ways to capitalize on what you already have?
The only one who wants to start earning interest the day I pay in a cheque.
I can't be the only one who wants to start earning interest the day I pay in a cheque.
Surely I'm not the only one who wants to start earning interest the day I pay in a cheque.
I'm not the only one who wants to start earning interest the day I pay in a cheque, am I?
Don't wait days to earn interest on your money. Lloyds TSB is the first and only bank to pay you interest from the day you pay in a cheque to the day your money leaves us. Don't wait. Switch to Lloyds TSB.
Right, Gareth, you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay, just going to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Do you have blue eyes?
Yes.
Are you wearing a tie?
Yes.
Did you cry at the end of Titanic?
No. Yes.
Does a new Polo cost £7,490?
Yes.
Oh.
That's probably a loose wire there.
Yeah, try.
My finger's starting to burn.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Strepsils, honey and lemon. Antibacterial medicine to help sore throats back into shape. Strepsils, first aid for sore throats. Now, a blocked nose can also be relieved with the menthol vapours of new Strepsils, sore throat and blocked nose.
Halfway through the ironing is the worst time to find a stain. But there is a solution.
New Vanish Oxy Action Multi. Watch how powerful it is. The stain just disappears right before your eyes.
Wow.
And you get all that power with just one scoop in the wash. Look. Brilliant. Because it gets rid of these stains in every wash, you won't miss stains like these.
Just wash once and iron once with new Vanish Oxy Action Multi. Also available in a handy pre-treat spray.
Smile. Only O2 gives its Pay and Go customers free calls Saturday, Sunday and Monday to anyone on O2. O2 long weekends. Text SMILE to 21300. It's your O2. See what you can do.
The great George Foreman. From puncher to preacher and back.
Sizzle in action.
The life of a big, lean fighting machine. His foremost fights, including the now legendary Rumble in the Jungle.
It never was our moment. I think the moment belonged to time itself.
Lean, mean fighting machine, George Foreman, tonight at midnight.
Not an easy task to follow that lot. But as you'll see, both Bradford City and Gillingham, on top of Division 3 this morning, don't let themselves nor the lower divisions down. Your commentator is Barry Davis.
That's a view from Valley Parade, which has changed little in the years since Bradford City were in the second division, for all the fact that the buildings around the ground now house rather different industries. It's a little hazy today after morning fog, in marked contrast with the clarity of the City team's position at the head of the third division. Points total greater than any other side in the whole Canon League, and a 10-point gap between themselves and the second-place team, this afternoon's opponents, Gillingham. And that's the Bradford City lineup, which includes no fewer than 6 players who are 22 years old or younger, and among that number, Stuart McCall, who, having been chosen for the England under-21s, has now decided that his international future rests with Scotland. And talking of Scotland, in goal for Bradford City this afternoon is the man who played for Scotland in the World Cup of 1974, David Harvey. In the team now because of an injury to Eric McManus, who finds himself making a home debut at the age of 37. It's
It's a change too in the opposition goal. David Fry in place of the injured Ron Hilliard. Fry, who was once the youngest player ever to play in the FA Cup competition. And the lineup in front of him shows Russell Musker at number 5 in place of Mark Weatherly. And Dave Shearer, who's been out for some 4 or 5 weeks, is included as substitute. The old Charlton Athletic favourite, Keith Peacock, has been manager for Gillingham 3.5 years, just settling down for what is a vital match for his side. Well, there's certainly a real promotion feeling around Valley Parade. With Bradford City wanting to bounce back from their worst defeat of the season, and they were well beaten by Millwall last weekend. And Gillingham wanting to close the gap for themselves and indeed the other chasers in this 3rd division. It's McCall's first touch, away by Oakes. Martin Robinson started his life at Tottenham, his football life that is. And here's With. Taking his time. And Tony Clegg. The referee this afternoon comes from Salby, near Loughborough, Mr. Gilbert Napoli. Pitch looking very flat, reasonably soft on top. This ground really cut into the side of a valley. By Mehmet. Then Shaw. Cascarino. Mehmet didn't quite get it as he wanted, and here's McCall. Finnegan. Straight over the top of Ellis. And he felt it a little bit. John Leslie who went down. Chris With. Campbell held it up nicely. With. Checking on the condition of Leslie. That might strike you as a familiar face. Chris With, in fact, the 11 years younger brother of Peter With. It's looking like a rather sad start for Gillingham. Leslie fell awkwardly, he went right over the back of Mark Ellis. There was certainly no foul, no free kick was given. But Ellis fell awkwardly and has injured his left leg. So Dave Shearer gets back into first team football after only 4 minutes of this match. Play by Tony Clegg. Another cross rather too close to the goalkeeper. Terry Cochrane. Musker. Chase for Shearer. Shearer, who was himself injured in the second match of this 1985 against Orient, hasn't played since. Gillingham, indeed, haven't played away from home since New Year's Day. Gives them a slight imbalance with the remaining fixtures, more away than at home. Here's Cascarino. And put in by the substitute, Dave Shearer. Mistake on the left side of the defence. And no difficulty for Cascarino to pull the ball back and Dave Shearer to calmly play it into the empty goal with the side of his right boot to give the away side the lead. Shearer's 13th of the season. There's Mehmet. Cochrane. Cause the problems down this side. McCall. Gone well for the return. Should have had it played earlier by Ellis. Ellis. What a greeting for the corner, which McCall has gone across to take. Jackson up on the near post. Came across. Came off Martin Robinson. Oh! And Hennigan gets away with an extraordinary back pass, which certainly surprised this commentator, if nobody else on the ground. And McCall can try again. Campbell. The knock down off the defender, and the deflection, a fine save by Fry. He's having to grovel a bit, but did well to get the knees down and the arm extended. Good pressure here from Bradford City. Good atmosphere and a nice match we have here. Fry came, got the punch. Ellis clears the stand. I'm afraid the ball went where it looked as though it was going. Goodman, beautifully taken. Campbell, Evans, Goodman. Good play by David Fry. To tell the truth, there was one touch too many then. Evans rather lost control of the ball, and Fry did supremely well against Goodman. Surely a goal has got to come for the home side. Hendry. Oakes clears for Gillingham again. Didn't that time. This has had no real problem for Fry. Bradford City go off at half-time on a ground where they've only been beaten once this season by Doncaster Rovers, but they're 1-0 down at half-time to a goal scored for Gillingham by David Shearer. Well, that must be the youngest Bradford City partnership, and I suppose the moral there is together we win. So Bradford City now attacking the goal to our right. Certainly had more of the play in the first period. Gillingham defending well, looking sharp on the breaks, particularly down their right side. Bradford City now attacking their Kop end, which is well peopled. And Shaw adjudged to have held down Campbell right in front of the referee's view, so an increase in the noise from the Kop end. And the first opportunity for Bradford City in the second period. Four to come from the left, two in the middle. Abbott to take it. Got a crowd at the back, and safely put away by Sage. Campbell came away. Finnegan hoofed away. Not surprisingly, Trevor Cherry staying down on the bench, as did his former mentor, Don Revie. Goodman. Hendry to the right, Campbell to the left. Everything now left of Hendry. Robinson preventing the man cutting inside. Campbell. Good dig out by Oakes. Cascarino. Cochrane. Robinson. What an opportunity that was to sew up the game. Just a little bit too quick for his own good. But he got away unmarked as Cascarino flicked it in. But he didn't actually hold the ball. It was a sort of instant poke. Off comes Tony Clegg. Purely a tactical move. Bring on Hawley up front. Abbott will drop back to right back. John Hawley started with Hull City, had a time at Arsenal. Experienced player. And this is a moment for a wise head by Campbell. Goodman. Hendry. Does want to hold on a bit too long. Seems to be part of the character of wingers. Abbott. Hawley. Hendry. Cross was almost made for him. It is made for him. Oh, what a finish by Bobby Campbell. The cross came from the defender, but that's as good a strike as you'll see all season. Oh, they've waited a long time, the supporters. Bobby Campbell's 19th goal of the season makes it 1-1. And Valley Parade is showing all its finery. Handball against Sage. Well, the pass came from the defender, but how superbly the ball was dispatched by Campbell. I doubt whether David Fry saw it as it fizzed past him. With good punch and a bit of pushing. Cochrane for Gillingham, and it's much to their credit that they're as interested in the 2 extra points as the home side. No indication at all that they're sitting on it. Bit of pushing again, free kick to the home side. 5 minutes left. Gillingham yet to draw away from home. That's the position at the moment. On by Hawley. Hawley again. Blocked by Sage. With McCall. Abbott seemed a little reluctant to go forward, but then did so. Looking for McCall. Campbell! Brilliant save! Lovely piece of play by Bradford City. Really good play between Abbott, McCall and Campbell. And a fine save by David Fry, who was moving backwards, but able to turn the ball over the top. Campbell with the corner. Met by Evans. Ellis! And another brilliant save! I wonder how soon he saw that, because it came right through the crowd. And David Fry turning it away for another corner. He's done it again. And again, it's Campbell who's denied. Shake of the head, it ought to be a nod of the head. Oh well, David Fry is defying Bradford. Another corner, Campbell pushes his way through, surely. Yes, as the referee. And applause both for the attacking prowess of Bradford City. A really fine move. And the goalkeeping of David Fry. Hendry. Abbots. It's a gap to be exploited, but no time for Robinson to exploit it. It ends at 1-1. The goal scored by David Shearer in the 10th minute, and the equaliser coming after a great deal of effort by Bradford City from Bobby Campbell in the 63rd minute. So the match between the top two in the third division ends at a 1-1 draw and ends with huge credit to both sides and to the division as a whole.
Well, a fine game, perfectly summed up by Barry Davies. And I'm giving no secrets away when I tell you that in the athletics, there's gold medal action for Britain coming up. But first, the news with David Icke.
Well, Spurs have reduced Everton's lead at the top of the First Division to 2 points with a 1-0 win at Stoke City. Garth Crooks scored the goal against his old club. A John Walk penalty for Liverpool also gave them victory by the same score over Nottingham Forest. And John Pearson produced yet another 1-0 win with his goal for Sheffield Wednesday against Coventry. Paul Mariner and Stuart Robson won the London derby for Arsenal against West Ham this morning after Tony Cottee had put West Ham ahead. And Ian Baird scored twice for Southampton as they beat West Bromwich Albion in a tremendous match by 4-3 after leading 4-1. Gary Thompson also scored twice for Albion. Well, all that means that Spurs keep the pressure very much on Everton, with Manchester United 5 points adrift. The champions Liverpool are now within a point of United, and then come Sheffield Wednesday, Arsenal and Southampton. An important day in the second division with the top four playing each other, and a shock for both Blackburn, the leaders, and Oxford. Steve Kinsey scored the goal for Manchester City, which beat Blackburn at Ewood Park, and that's the first time this season Blackburn have failed to score in a league match. Oxford suffered their first home league defeat 3-0 to Birmingham. Wayne Clark scored twice for Birmingham, David Geddes got the other, and Oxford have now lost 3 of their last 4 matches. So Manchester City are the new leaders, 2 points clear of Blackburn, who've played a game less. Birmingham go above Oxford into third place. We've seen the Bradford-Gillingham match in Division 3, and that 1-1 draw leaves Bradford with a 10-point lead. Millwall's excellent run continued with a 1-0 win at Bristol City. Their top scorer, Steve Lovell, getting the goal in the last minute, his 23rd of the season. It lifts Millwall into third place above Hull and Rotherham on goal difference. In the fourth division, Bury lead, but only on goal difference after they were held to a draw at Scunthorpe. Blackpool won at Northampton, while Chesterfield move up into third place ahead of Darlington, again on goal difference. The two leaders there, by the way, Bury and Blackpool, meet at Bury next Saturday. Aberdeen extended their lead at the top of the Scottish Premier Division to 6 points. They beat St Mirren 3-0 with goals by Stark, Black and Cowan, while Celtic were held to a goalless draw at Dundee United. Rangers go above United into third place after beating Dumbarton 3-1.